Hi everyone, Charlie here with Drug Addictions. I just want to start my video out like I start all my videos and say that in no way do I think I'm a professional. And I'm not claiming that I'm professional. Everything I tell you guys or advice that I give is just from personal experience. Today's video is going to be about, friends and family. You got to know who your friends are. Your family most of the time is always there for you, but friends usually, it depends on what you define friend as. I'm just going to give you this quick little story. I talked to this person. They asked me not to say their name or their company because what they did for me wasn't so other people know, oh, this guy's great. He did this just because he's got a big heart. Um, it was probably, I was 21, 22, maybe 23 years old, and I had done something wrong. So I was on the lam. I was running from the law. I had to hide, going motel to motel. I ended up landing in the last motel that I really had money for. I had a couple days worth of money for 2 or 3 nights or something. Never met this guy before. It was just a shot in the dark. So on the third day, I was out of money. So the fourth day, they came at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock knocking on my door asking if I was coming up to pay. And of course, I was using drugs at the time, so all I wanted to do was sleep. So, 9 o'clock, I think it was, and 10 o'clock, then 12 o'clock, then 1 o'clock, the person who he had running his motel when he wasn't there, like taking care of it, kept coming and knocking. And, oh, yeah, I'll pay it later, because the person's mom was the one that took the money. And, so anyway, then they stopped knocking. So I slept probably till 4 or 5 o'clock. So then boom, 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 I hear another knock at the door, and I'm like, at this point, I'm hiding from police. I can't go to my mom's house because they kept going there looking for me. I can't go to any friend's house because, let's face it, when you're on drugs, you don't have friends because your friends are using drugs. They're never there for you when you need them. In this case, even if they were there for me, they're still not being there for me because they're hiding me from the cops. So anyway, this guy comes to the door, knock, I open the door. It's the owner. And he says to me, what's going on, buddy? Like, my mom says that we had to keep sending down so-and-so to come and get money for you for the next few days or the next day. Like, what's going on? So I looked him dead in the eye. I said, you know what, sir? I don't have any more money. I apologize for wasting your guys' time. I have nowhere to go. I'll just get the few things I have and I'll be gone. And he's like, well, what do you mean you have nowhere to go? And I told him straight up. I said, look, man, I'm on the run. And mind you, I could tell the guy was, like, you could talk to him. It was either I told him this and he would call the police and say, I got a guy here. Now, for what I did, it wasn't anything bad where it was a missed court date. It's pretty much, I did something wrong and then I missed a court date. So it wasn't like I did something horribly wrong. I'm sure if I told him I did an armed robbery or something like that, he would have been on the phone doing the right thing as anyone should. But anyway, so I explained to him, and he said to me, well, you're going to turn yourself in. I said, yeah, just, I want to get everything, my bearings straight, and get everything figured out in my head, and then I'll do it. So then he turned around and he said, all right, you can stay here for free. I was like, what? He said, yeah, don't worry, you have nowhere to go, it's crappy out, like, he's like, I don't throw people on the streets. And I was shocked, just met the guy, so shook his hand. I said, thank you very much, sir, I appreciate you doing this for me. Lo and behold, we're really good friends now. I was actually, I got better, got worse, got better, got worse. Sorry, I'm going to go back a little bit. So after a week and a half, he came and knocked on the door and he said, hey, bud, you want to help around the motel, do a few things and to help with the rent? Absolutely. So I started helping him with this, that, the other thing, anything I could do until I got my, court taken care of, this and that. And they went on welfare because still using drugs, obviously. So I couldn't work. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up staying out there on and off, and anytime I had a hard time with anything, lost a place, had nowhere to go, boom, I was allowed to go back there. He actually let me live there for almost 2 years free of charge, because every time I got my check, I would disappear for 2 or 3 days. He'd call, excuse me, sorry, call, and I wouldn't answer. I'd give him excuse, and then I'd finally come back, and obviously I spent all the money on drugs. And he'd be like, where's the money, Charlie? Where's the money? And I give him, it didn't come in. So after about, the 4th month of me doing that, he just said to me, he said, look, man, I don't want money from you. I plan with your money. When you tell me you're going to pay me and you don't, it messes up my stuff. He said the money's not the issue. The issue is that when I have, just like anyone else, when they work, that's his job, one of his jobs. So when you work, you're waiting for your pay to come in. You know what you're expecting, so you say, okay, I can get this. I'll pay this bill. But my money, he counted on for certain things. So after I think it was the 4th or 5th month, he came out to me and said, you know, dude, I don't want money from you. I'm sick of you telling me that you're not getting it or something. He's like, I know you're going to use drugs. He's like, just when you get better, pay me. So I said, okay, man, I'll pack my stuff. And he said, no, you stay here, live here. We're still friends. We're still everything. Just, I don't want money from you until you can actually give me money. So it was about, 5 months in. So it was probably a year and a half of me not paying, just using drugs. And, you know, he knew my situation. He was actually, him and my mom got pretty close and everything. And, you know, some people might have said that it was enabling me or whatever, but they didn't want me on the streets. They didn't want me doing stupid stuff. So he figured that, you know, if I had the money, rather than going and robbing places or doing some stupid crap, that money would just go towards my habit. And, you know, as horrible as that sounds, he really did me a favor by doing that, because it kept me out of trouble for a long time. And, you know, if it weren't for him, I would probably be dead in a ditch. You know, in that amount of time, I would have definitely been, something would have happened to me. So I guess the whole point of this video is just, you know who your friends are, know who your family is. I know who my friends are. You should only be able to count the amount of friends on one hand, real friends. And, you know, your family should always be there for you, thick or thin, like mine was. I got an amazing girlfriend. She stuck through everything with me. I have, you know, good 2 amazing, beautiful boys, 5 and 2 years old. I love them both to death. You know, my oldest seen things and heard things he probably shouldn't have, but nothing that was really bad, but just, you know, me in and out and doing the stupid things I was doing. Yeah, so my mom, my dad, my sisters, everyone was always there for me, even though we bumped heads and everything. They never gave up on me, and I love you guys for that. I was blessed with an amazing family, even though we struggled when we were younger. You know, my mom and dad split up. My dad broke his back. It just, things were hard. My mom worked 3 jobs. It just, you know, I paid rent at my own house when I was 15, 16 years old. So did my sister, because we had to hold down a home. And I'm grateful for that, because by the time I was 18, 19 years old, I was able to live on my own. You know, it was a good life lesson for me. So anyway, you know, I appreciate all you guys watching and you know, subscribing to my channel. Just, you know, the point of this video is know who your friends are, and a friend will do anything for you, that'll be there for you no matter what, that doesn't expect anything in return, and that genuinely cares, like this person. And I wish that I'd be able to say his name and put it out there, but he asked me not to, just because he didn't do that because he wanted, you know, publicity and this and that. He did that because he's got a big heart. And for you, buddy, I love you, and I love your family, and I appreciate everything you guys did for me. And so does my girlfriend and my mom and my dad. They appreciate you taking care of me as long as you did. And, you know, I hope one day good karma comes back and you know, helps you. And you know, I'm here. If you're going to watch this video, I believe, and you know, if you ever need anything from me, I know I'm in a different province now, but I would do anything for you, for everything that you've done for me. And even if you've never done anything else for me in the rest of my life, I'll do everything that I can for you. So again, thank you very much, man. And I love you. I love your family. Love my family. You're one of my few friends. So I guess keep on keeping on. And I love everybody. I love all you guys. Bye.